Real-life narratives like this don't come around often. Drafting and developing players who actually live up to the hype, become stars, and play at a high level together. You don't want to waste that opportunity, especially when you're on borrowed time.
Barring something drastic, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. appears to be headed to free agency at the end of the season.
Here's what you probably already know about the 2025 Toronto Blue Jays. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and Bichette are both free agents at the end of the season. Despite Mark Shapiro's optimism about getting a deal done, no extension is in place for Vladdy, but they've at least discussed a deal, which can't be said for Bichette.
2024 changed all those conversations, and right now, guys, I wouldn't know where to come at Bichette number-wise.
Chris Bassitt is also on an expiring contract, as is living legend Max Scherzer, who signed a one-year deal in February. What you probably haven't realized, the Blue Jays only have 6 players signed beyond the 2026 season, even with Alejandro Kirk's reported 5-year extension. George Springer and Kevin Gausman both expire after next season, which could make the latter a valuable trade chip with 1 year remaining at 35 years old. This is also the last year of the president and CEO's deal. His vision of upgrading Rogers Center and rebuilding the Dunedin Spring Training Complex is now complete. The one missing piece of the story for Shapiro, postseason success.
There is no more pressure on any front office in Major League Baseball than there is on the Toronto Blue Jays right now.
John Schneider has a team option for next year, and Ross Atkins' deal runs out after the 2026 season. One would have to figure that the future of the GM and manager are linked to the president's long-term decision. So this certainly seems like it could be the last dance for this version of the Toronto Blue Jays, doesn't it? At the end of the 2021 season, the narrative was about just how soon the Blue Jays would be competing for a World Series title. That hasn't happened yet. There was playoff disaster one year.
Bichette and Springer collide, and everybody's gonna score!
After another.
Jose Barrios continues to watch all of this unfold.
Followed by a season where everything except the performance of their star was a horror story.
They're in last place in the American League East. It has not been the season they thought it would be.
But there's at least 1 year left to finish the script. If the Blue Jays are in the postseason race, you'd have to think the front office would go all in at the trade deadline, like Alex Anthopoulos did 10 years ago, to give the team the best shot at a World Series. Remember 2015? There was no storybook finish, but that was still pretty fun. Sure, MJ and the Bulls were rewriting history, putting the finishing touches on a dynasty in their version of The Last Dance, but just one title might prove to be the perfect Hollywood ending for Toronto, especially given the uncertainty beyond this season. So, try your best to enjoy it, Blue Jays fans.